Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I'm here today to review a new show that just premiered on Fox called Ghosted. Now, usually when a show premieres, I like doing it right after it ends. However, they had season premiere of Family Guy, then Last Man on Earth, so I had to watch those first. And Ghosted seems to be like another replacement show. They're trying to do like a weird, offbeat movie with a decent budget to, the fill-in for when Brooklyn 999 moved out. That was just a cop show. They had Son of Zorn last year, which I loved. That got canceled. Then they had that time travel show, and I couldn't. I watched every episode. I couldn't even remember the name of it. I went back on my video manager, looked up. It's called Making History. That was a failure. Even though I thought it was all right. And now they have Ghosted, and Ghost stars, I believe, Adam Scott and Craig Robinson. And what happens is, you see Adam Scott in some guy gets abducted. You see Adam Scott working at a bookstore. You see Greg Robinson working at mall security, and they both get some guy tases them, and they both get kind of like kidnapped, and they go to a place called the Underground Bureau, and they were supposed to help find this guy, and they wondered why they were kidnapped, right? And they said that in their previous jobs, they had a high profile jobs, and they got through either screwing up or something like that. They lost their jobs and now doing like lesser stuff. The one guy, Scott, was a scientist. I don't believe he was a scientist at all. That wasn't believable. Doing the multi-universe, he came with that idea, and they said that everyone thought it was crazy. And the other guy was a big thing of missing persons, and they thought if they teamed them up together, they could find this one guy that gets abducted. Now, all this happened so fast you can't retain much of anything. I mean, it seems like they tried to take an hour's worth of stuff and cram it into a half-hour show. Nothing's funny except for, they don't take the time to do anything. It's not memorable at all. I barely remember it now. It's like a generic Men in Black. And actually, when I thought it would try to make some money, it actually looked kind of cheap for the most part. I mean, they might have had a couple of neat ideas, but it happened so fast. Everything's so rushed. I didn't care for it at all. I mean, the only thing that was funny was whenever Adam was talking to Craig, and he was singing that "Bring Me a Higher Love," and he was trying to drown out his voice. He looked at him and started yelling it a little bit. That was okay. I laughed at that, but that was it. They barely have any chemistry together. Everything happened so fast. And there's a part where, Craig Robinson's hitting him at the very end. Why? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's not memorable at all. Uh, Definitely the worst show of the night that I saw. I didn't care for it. I don't know if anyone. I didn't think it was funny. I didn't think it was memorable. I thought it looked cheap. I mean, like I said, they tried to. Everything was so rushed in it. The characters weren't interesting. They weren't convincing. I don't consider Adam's got to be like a scientist. Craig Robinson, I guess I believe he was working in a missing persons case. As a cop maybe, but it just doesn't work. I don't think it works at all. It's a big disappointment. I didn't know. I didn't think. I didn't expect. My expectations weren't that high. Um, and once again, I think I wish they'd bring back Son of Zorn. I love that show. That was great, and I thought Tim Meadows was really funny in that show. But as far as Ghost is concerned, I don't care for it. I give that a very mild 3 out of 10. That's my review of that. Everything else that premiered was really neat. Everything was really unique. I know Bob's Burgers they told a story, but it was like 62 different artists. So every little clip of the show, there was like a different artist drawing of the show. It was pretty neat. It was pretty neat. I mean, it was a little bit jarring. But I mean, I thought it was a neat idea. The Simpsons was like a Game of Thrones thing, which I liked, enjoyed that. Very bizarre, but good. Family Guy was really clever. They were trying to do like a bunch of Emmy stuff, imitating a bunch of shows like Modern Family and Breaking Bad, and then Mr. Robot Chicken. And what else was there? And then of course, Last Man on Earth. But I thought Last Man on Earth kind of like jumped the shark, but now it looks like it's getting good again. with Chris. I mean, the one neat thing in there was like they had that one guy Pat that came back to shoot him, and then Kristen Wiig shot him in the back of the head. That's how the beginning. That's how it ended last season. This season, you shoot that. You see that? She's like, "Hi." She said, "I want to introduce you to this one guy, Rear Admiral somebody." And then Jack Black came on. So, oh man, Jack Black's gonna be a character. And then he gets shot. That Pat guy revives. He shoots him in like 2 seconds. So I mean, I thought it was clever to bringing on a character, everybody, and then killing him off real quick. That was really clever. Those shows were great, but Ghosted, forget it. It has 83% Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know how. It's like I don't know how Leatherface had 62% on there. I didn't think it was very good. I'm going to see if anyone else feels the same way I did about Ghosted. I didn't like it. So I hope you like this review. And I have 2 teachers available through Me and B Designs. I'm going to post this right now. And I hope you like it. And until next time, bye, please. Take care, my Legion.